In today's video, we are looking into Zenitsu's powers and abilities from the Demon Slayer series. Zenitsu is one of our main boys as one of Tanjiro's Demon Slayer traveling buddies alongside Inosuke. The guy gets a lot of stick for the fact that the majority of his screen time is spent with him screaming uncontrollably, but beneath this scaredy cat who is, more than capable, lays a dormant power that is really something else. Now, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to smash the like button and share this video with a fellow fan of the series. For more Demon Slayer videos like this one, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you do not miss future Demon Slayer content. Quick warning that there will be spoilers as I will be taking all information from both the anime and the manga, so just a heads up. Anyway, with that being said, grab yourself a beverage, let's roll intro and get straight into the video. Zenitsu is, in my opinion, an underdog, and this is solely because of his own nerves and fear that hold him back. He is definitely more than capable, but is often looking to run in the opposite direction of danger. Not only danger, but he was also not the most keen on training. Unless, of course, it was the rehabilitation training with the girls at the Butterfly Mansion, of course. He just seems to have such little confidence in himself, and I suppose that's because he is completely unaware of what he is really capable of. Saying that, his true personality will shine through as he will put his life on the line for his friends, as we saw when he was protecting the box containing Nezuko from Inosuke. They both knew what was inside the box, but Zenitsu knew just how much this meant to Tanjiro, and without truly understanding the reasons as to why, he still protected that box with his life. Though he doesn't really know it himself, he does have an unshakable will. Deep down at the core of his being, it's there, and though this willpower isn't evident, when pushed, it blazes like an uncontrollable fire. We of course mentioned Zenitsu protecting the box containing Nezuko, but we have also seen this later on in fights against the upper rank demons, where he has taken some pretty nasty damage, but through his willpower, and in some cases anger, Zenitsu continues to fight. Now, just as Tanjiro has an enhanced sense of smell, Zenitsu has an enhanced sense of hearing. For Zenitsu, his hearing works pretty much in the same way as Tanjiro's smell, as he is able to detect danger from the quietest of sounds. Not only can he detect things from the faintest of sounds, but he can also pick up on what he wants to hear through large layers of different sounds happening at once. An interesting point to pick out when it comes to his hearing is the way that Zenitsu can detect a person's thoughts, intentions, emotions, and even their personalities by picking out the real subtle sounds that they produce. Using this ability, he can detect and determine whether a person is a human or a demon. Not only that, but he can also detect just how strong they are too. He was able to detect that Ducky was an upper moon because she gave off more terrible sounds than that of a normal demon. Now, another awesome thing about Zenitsu's hearing is that he can perfectly replicate any tune or song he hears, even if he has heard it just the one time. We saw him do this in the Red Light District arc, and it was awesome to see. And it's also Zenitsu's hearing that is the key to him being able to fight while asleep, and it's here where we see Zenitsu's true power and potential. It's no secret that Zenitsu is a victim to succumbing to fear and anxiety, but it's so much so that the fear builds up to the point where it causes him to completely freeze up, and it affects his nervous system, which causes him to pass out. And it's in this unconscious state that everything that usually holds Zenitsu back, his fear, nerves, anxiety, these shackles are completely removed, and he fights with incredible skill. He is just completely different in this state, and his power is amazing. Whilst unconscious, his hearing is what allows him to understand his surroundings and pick out his target as well as their attacks towards him. And in terms of Zenitsu's power, though he hates training, it is definitely paid off as he is very strong physically. He's been seen to hold down Inosuke, and this is all down to the strength that he has in his legs. The incredible strength he has in his legs allows him to jump real high, and it also boosts the insane speeds he is capable of reaching using his thunder breathing techniques that we will of course get into a little bit later. His speed is absolutely insane. He can move faster than the eye can see. Even when Zenitsu was at his weakest, his speeds were still incredible, but as he has progressed throughout the series, his speed and movement has caused more than enough problems for some of the upper ranked demons. Most notably against Kaigaku, whose Blood Demon Art Lightning wasn't fast enough to catch Zenitsu, who managed to cut his neck before the attack had even reached him. Now, not only is Zenitsu strong enough to reach these amazing speeds, but he also has the stamina and endurance too. We saw this very early on in the Natagumo Mountain arc, where Zenitsu was able to continue fighting against the Spider Demon despite being under the effects of its poison. Throughout the series, we do see examples of Zenitsu's endurance in fights against the upper rank demons, where he has taken some pretty hefty damage, yet is able to continue fighting as well as dealing some damage of his own. Okay, next up we're going to talk about sword skills and breathing techniques, but first, let's talk about Zenitsu's weapon. Zenitsu wields a standard-sized Nichirin katana. The blade has lightning streaks running across it, and its hilt is yellow and silver that is circular in shape and has indentations. Now, Zenitsu is incredibly talented when it comes to swordsmanship. Again, he is incredibly fast, and we have seen him fend off multiple enemies all at once. During the Mugen Train arc, Zenitsu was able to defend 3 of the train's cars. Of course, his skills evolve throughout the series to the point where not only can he go toe-to-toe with the stronger upper ranks, but he is evenly matched to that of a Hashira, which is pretty damn impressive. Right, breathing techniques. Zenitsu was taught thunder breathing by Jigoro Kuwajima. Zenitsu, however, failed to master all of the forms, only being able to use the first form out of the 6 that make up thunder breathing. This wasn't necessarily a bad thing, as he has become extremely skilled and showcases a mastery in this first form that has seen him take down many a foe, and he has also created several variations of it. This first form is Thunder Clap and Flash, where the user unsheaths their katana and in the blink of an eye rushes the target and lands a critical strike all before they can react, then sheathing their blade to finish the technique. The technique is described as lightning ripping through the air. Like I mentioned, Zenitsu has created variations of this. The first is called Sixfold, where Zenitsu performs Thunderclap and Flash 6 times in succession of each other. Next up is Eightfold, which is exactly the same as the previous one, except Zenitsu performs Thunderclap and Flash 8 times instead of the previous 6. Then there is Godspeed, the fastest version of the Thunderclap and Flash technique, in which Zenitsu increases and expands the speed of the technique. An unconscious Zenitsu said that he must not use this technique more than 2 times. If he does, his legs would completely give out and become useless to him due to the overwhelming muscle fatigue and exhaustion that the technique requires. Though Zenitsu could only use one of the 6 forms of thunder breathing, he did create an entirely new form, a feat that only Giyu and Muichiro, 2 Hashira, had done before. For Zenitsu, this was the 7th form, Hino Ikazuchi no Kami. Zenitsu dashes forward at an incredibly blinding speed, unleashing a singular but powerful slash which creates a lightning bolt shaped like a yellow Japanese dragon. We saw this technique in his battle against upper rank 6 Kaigaku. And that is it, Zenitsu's powers and abilities. It's absolutely amazing to see what this guy is capable of, and I think that's really the theme with Zenitsu. Capable. We see him believe in himself as the story progresses, but it all comes down to him believing that he is capable of taking on and defeating a demon. He needs to fight his own fears, which is often forced upon him when he is pushed into a corner, but when he does, man, are we treated to his powers as viewers. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button and share this video with a fellow fan of the series. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you do not miss the future Demon Slayer content that is on its way. As always, a huge shout out to Warwick, Animator22, Brian, Blake, Andrew, BS Tuner, Emmeline, Kivasey, Chris, Estalhai, and Zintac for supporting me on Patreon. Make sure to head on over there now to check out the amazing rewards on offer. But that is it from me. Till next time, my fellow weebs. Peace!